Sequels are an inevitability in the entertainment world, or really just the world in general. If anything has any form of remote success, this can be movies, this can be books, it can be world wars, or it can be video games. Sequels are coming no matter what, and Horizon Zero Dawn was no exception. The game was very much a surprise success for PlayStation. Not a lot of people were paying attention to it at first, but it was an amazing game once people actually got their hands on it, and now we have Horizon Forbidden West. But what makes a good sequel, and does Forbidden West actually tackle that properly? Well, before we get into that, I just want to say I want today's video to be kind of a chill video. I know I'm kind of departing from my usual content, and I'm trying to move into something different, but I want to kind of try and relate it to the previous game that I've been covering, that of course being Battlefield. And even before that, this will touch way back to my Assassin's Creed days, and that's really what makes a quality sequel, what makes something a good and worthwhile sequel to what came before it, both pushing the title forward while simultaneously retaining what it is at its core. Now, I'm sure many of you, if you've been following me, know that Battlefield 2042 is a mess of a supposed evolution / cash grab, and you know my thoughts on Assassin's Creed if you've really been following me for a while. Essentially, the game has definitely lost its identity over time, and that's such a theme in the gaming industry these days, which is that some games seem to be so afraid to be themselves that they try very hard to be something else that is seemingly as successful or more successful, when in reality they may have been the game that was setting the trends before, but for whatever reason they decided now is the time to be the follower, cash in on some quick success. I think that really damages their ability to not only have a reputation with their fans, but to be able to keep their franchise fresh. Horizon Forbidden West does not have to deal with this. You see, a good sequel is going to take everything that the previous title did, improve on it by about 10%, and then of course pick up on some of the weaknesses. And this is exactly to a T what Forbidden West has done. It isn't trying to be another game. It isn't trying to be The Witcher 3. It isn't trying to be Skyrim. It isn't trying to be anything like that. It is unapologetically itself. It is improved a lot of the minor things that people took issue with in the previous games, such as the way the focus works. Now there's a ping system along with the traditional focus system, allowing you to have a less cluttered screen at times unless you ping it, and that of course opens up climbing paths. Now on top of that, the climbing was already really fun in the previous game, but they've added tons of depth to it. Not only can you climb more surfaces, but they have to be able to be climbable. And on top of that, you have various moves that Aloy can pull off when she is climbing around these different surfaces, such as side ejects, back ejects, and other things with the pool caster. There's a lot that really opens up in the game as you explore, and it's really, really awesome. They did an amazing job with this. This is such a huge improvement to these seemingly mundane things from Zero Dawn. On top of that, Zero Dawn's open world was already really good. You have tons of biomes and cities felt alive. Meridian is an unforgettable location from my memory, and I really adored booting up Zero Dawn and just go hang out around Meridian. That's kind of the thing you want from an RPG. You want a world that feels alive and interactable. And Forbidden West has taken the living feeling of the world to a whole new level. When I got to some of the populated areas in Forbidden West, I was really blown away at how alive these places felt, at how unique each and every NPC was, and how each one would interact back with you in different ways. There's just so much to do and so much to interact with that feels very organic. It never feels like you're on this set script. It feels like everything is very naturally forming as you interact with the world, and that's exactly what a game like this should strive for. Even down to the details of hitting the triangle button to greet random NPCs that are just sitting around. They greet you in a more detailed manner than the kind of zombie-like passing fashion of just saying whatever as you hit the triangle button. Now sometimes they'll turn around or they'll turn back to try and look at you when they say what they want to say, and that's just such a cool minor detail that adds so much to the depth of the world. Now, I don't want to get into things like story, and I don't want to get into too much detail about the things you're going to be experiencing in this world. This game is about discovery. It's about the mystery behind it, and I think it would be a disservice to rob people of that. So I'm going to avoid talking about that in this video. But I do feel like Horizon Forbidden West, at least so far, a few hours into the game, is doing absolutely everything that I wanted it to do. Story-wise, again, I'm not going to get in depth as to everything, but it feels like season 2 of your favorite show. There's things that you'll remember from Zero Dawn if you played it, but it's still accessible enough that if you're a new player, you're not going to be totally in the dark. It even offers a little bit of a recap once you get into the game for the first time. but it's a very interconnected story. It's something that feels like it belongs and is done very properly, and I'm really excited to truly dig my teeth into the rest of this game, from gameplay to story and everything in between. I am adoring it so far. The game, as you can tell from the footage, is just stunning to look at. Every frame is a painting, and I'm just looking forward to more of it. So anyway, let me know down below what you guys think of Horizon Forbidden West. Let me know if you're enjoying it so far. Let me know if you're still trying to get a hold of a PlayStation so that you can experience it. Let me know down below. I'd love to have a conversation with you guys, and I will see you in the next video.